Hello boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how to use this website onlinecharttool.com to create a stacked bar graph. So the first thing that you're going to do on this website is you're going to tell it what type of graph you're going to make. So they've got lots of different choices, but all we're going to be worrying about is the bar graph. So we're going to click on bar. Okay, once it comes here, it lets you choose a lot of different things. Don't get overwhelmed by all these choices. You don't need to change any of these things down here. The only thing that you're going to change is what type of graph it is here at the top. And so instead of just a vertical, you're going to click vertical stacked. Everything else you can leave alone and click next. On this website, you're going to tell it the data. So the data we're going to be doing today is this one here, where we're reporting the favorite season of different students, boys versus girls. So we've got winter, spring, summer, and fall, and here's our data. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create our graph title, which is favorite season. Along that bottom axis, we're going to put the thing that would never change in the survey, which is season. And on the y-axis, that's the vertical one, we're going to write down the number of students. Okay. Down here, we're going to tell the data how many parts we're going to make. So items are here, so how many seasons, and groups are how many different categories we've got. So we're going to tell them that we need 4 items and 2 groups because there's 4 seasons and boys and girls. Okay, so we're going to click here under items, we're going to select 4, and under groups we're going to select 2. Okay, and we know we've done it right when the chart here looks very similar to the chart here. Okay, so now we're going to tell them that the first bar, or first part of the bar, is going to be represented by boys. The second part is going to be represented by girls. If you don't like this color, for example, you don't like blue, you can click here and pick any color. Once you've picked one, click out and it'll change. So I'll do that again. So I've clicked up here. I'll click around until I find a color that I like. It's good if you can do kind of opposite colors so they kind of stand out a little. So I'll go with that. And here I'm going to put in the season. So winter, spring, summer, and fall. And now I'm going to go back to the chart to get the data I need to graph. So for winter, 8 boys chose it and 10 girls chose it. So under boys, I'm going to write 8. Under girls, I'm going to write 10. Under spring, 4 boys and 5 girls. So 4 and 5. Under summer, 15 boys and 12 girls. So 15, 12, and under fall, 9 and 3. So 9 for boys and 3 for girls. So before we click that next, just do a double check. Did I put in a title? Did I say what's going to go on the x-axis, the y-axis? Yep. We don't need to put source. That would be if you got it from a specific place, but for our purposes, we don't need to worry about it. I've got all of my seasons. I've got all my numbers on it. We're good to go. So now I'm going to scroll to the bottom and click next. Okay, on this tab we can make a whole bunch of different changes. The only one I'm going to ask you boys and girls to do is where it says show labels. We're going to click no. If you leave that as yes, there's going to be numbers at the top of the bars. Everything else you can leave as normal. If you want to change the font to something different, you can click here, but you don't need to. You can leave it as it is. You can change the color of the font, the size of the font, but if you're okay with it, you can just leave it as is. Okay, so then you're going to click next again. And here's our graph. So you want to make sure that everything's right. So there's my title, there's my y-axis, there's my x-axis, and there you can see the boys versus girls. And there's our legend here to let people know that the blue is boys and the yellow is girls. So the last thing I need to do is click next. And here we're going to download it so that you can give it to me on Google Classroom. So you're going to click download as a JPEG. So click that and the download will start on your browser, and that would be the file that you attach to your assignment on Google Classroom. Hope this helps. If you need to, watch it again.